The Expert Series is brought to you by Draw It Paint, the dry erase paint company that specializes in the highest quality of whiteboard walls available worldwide. Draw It Paint is constantly undergoing tests and procedures to ensure industry-leading, top-quality products with 3 selections to choose from. Recruit, Unique, and Limitless are guaranteed to suit all your dry erase paint needs.
My name is Sheay Costa. I am originally from Boston, Massachusetts. I sell real estate. I have been a licensed real estate agent since about 2009. I've recently just got back into real estate last year in the state of Georgia. So I've been really involved with Georgia since probably the age of 13 or 14, traveling back and forth, spending the summers between Atlanta and Columbus. So that's where my quote unquote Georgia roots come from, although I'm not necessarily a Georgia peach. I do like to say that I'm pretty close to, but that's about it. That's pretty much me in a nutshell.
Awesome. And I understand that you still spend time between Boston and Atlanta. Where do you usually spend your time the most?
I reside in Atlanta. I go back and forth to Boston to visit family and friends. But the majority of my time is spent in Atlanta. My mom also is involved in real estate as well in Boston, Massachusetts. So that's why I still do some business in Boston. I do a lot of referrals and help clients moving from up north down south and going from the south to the north. So that's my Boston connection. I'm still actively licensed in Massachusetts and in Georgia. So that's why I call myself a Massachusetts, Georgia Realtor.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like it's both cities are home for you. Is there a city you prefer?
I absolutely love Atlanta. I love Boston because that's where I was born and raised. But I love the city of Atlanta. I love the culture. I love the fact that Atlanta is a lot of transplants. And I love the fact that it's just like a melting pot of people in all different walks of life. But Atlanta is very, very close to my heart. Of course, New Orleans comes a second close, but Atlanta is home and will be for a while.
Right. Now, it sounds like Atlanta is a pretty diverse city. Can you kind of speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, Atlanta is definitely diverse. As far as, like I said, there's so many different cultures, ethnically, economically, socioeconomically, and things of that nature, that it's just a melting pot of different people. You have people that are, true Southerners that were born here. And then you have people like myself that are transplants that just love Atlanta and love the growth. I mean, I remember being here during the 96 Olympics. I mean, I was just a small child, but I remember how vitalized the city was. And I kind of felt that same type of spirit when the Super Bowl was here earlier this year in February. So I love Atlanta. I love the diversity of it and just how everyone is accepted and there's a home and a place for everyone.
Now, you talk a little bit about the Super Bowl. I understand you're a Patriots fan.
Yes, I am. I try not to mention that too often because it doesn't gain me a lot of friends here. But I am definitely a diehard Pats Nation fan. I can't help it. I was born and raised there. I root for Brady. I root for Belichick. I miss Gronk a lot, but I'm a big football fan. Definitely the Patriots is my team. I feel like I coach every Sunday. I wear my shirt every Sunday, and we root them on every Sunday. So.
Now, I think it's the 2017 Super Bowl. You know the one I'm talking about?
Why'd you have to bring that up, Noel?
I'm just wondering what your take on, being a Boston fan, being a New England Patriots fan.
Yeah.
Were you in Atlanta at the time, or?
Yes, I was. I remember distinctly. I thought, to be honest with you, I thought we lost. I thought, the Falcons won. I was like, good for them. I'm going to have to eat my words because, of course, I talked a lot of trash. And luckily, on my way home, I was talking to someone and they were like, you're not going to believe this. The Patriots were down. And then, of course, we won. And it was an amazing victory. I didn't have a lot of friends the next day. I actually got heckled the day of because, of course, I wore my shirt around town. But it was a very exciting game. And hopefully we'll meet them again in the Super Bowl. We'll see.
Yeah, it must have been a lot of fun. I mean,
when I hear those two cities, New England and Atlanta, I kind of associate with that game just because I'm a big sports fan. But
Right.
so when I saw you and I saw your bio, I was like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Yeah, it was. It's very interesting. The Super Bowl has just been interesting the last few years because the next year the Patriots played the Eagles, and my boyfriend is from Philadelphia, and he's obviously an avid Eagles fan. So it was a house divided. And that's the Super Bowl that I will hear about for the rest of my life. But hey, it happened, so it's all fun.
That would be a lot of fun for sure. Now,
Yeah.
we talk a little bit about football. We talk a little bit about the culture there in Atlanta.
hmm
How does that kind of influence your life outside of real estate and work? Like, what are your hobbies and interests that you like to do right now?
Obviously, one is football. I love to read and write. Um, I have a lot of things on the agenda for things that's concerning my writing, but I'm an avid reader and avid writer. Um, I love to do yoga. I wish I had more time to do it, but believe it or not, I do yoga. I can't stand to work out, but I love to do yoga, and of course, traveling. I love to take road trips and things of that nature. I have a couple of road trips planned, so I'm really excited about that. But that's about it.
Sounds like a fairly busy schedule then for you.
hmm Yeah.
Now, one of your Instagram posts, you say that when people find new homes, they often find new hobbies that go along with it. Can you kind of speak on some of those hobbies that you've observed people picking up on, or maybe some that you found yourself?
Some people really get into gardening, and either really are like really staunch on having their lawn being super, super pristine. Some people actually, build garden beds and things of that nature. And of course, they take pride in their home. And a lot of my clients are first-time home buyers, so owning a home and having to take care of the lawn is new for them. Some of them, because they have all this additional space, they may have create game rooms and stuff like that. I just sold a property in Kennesaw where one of my clients, he's a big gamer. And what attracted him to the house was that the seller was a big gamer as well. And he had a room solely dedicated to his games, his Xbox, PlayStation, and things of that nature. So I find stuff like that very interesting and cool. One client that we're going to close on at the end of next week, she was very staunch on making sure that the yard had space for her she shed. And we were able to get that for her. So I was really excited about that. But you never know. It's just a range of different things that people make into their hobbies now that they have this new space.
It sounds like you really take the time to get to know your clients. I understand that that's a big part of being within the real estate industry.
Yeah.
You often post some nice feedback that you've gotten from clients, whether it's kind words or just anything nice that they have to say. How rewarding does it feel when you get this type of feedback from these actual clients?
It's indescribable because you feel like you played an integral part in changing someone's life, financially, emotionally, because you could be getting someone out of a situation where they're not happy in their home, and your house is your castle. Or you could be on the flip side. You could be dealing with an investor where you help them find their niche market, and you can really try to gear what you send them and help them change their lives. My goal when I put a person in a new home is to first get them equity in the home. So I advise them with my lender on the best type of loan products for them. I try to get them great value for their home, because when people are purchasing a home, they oftentimes think of it from an emotional perspective, and it's my job to kind of gear them to think of it as a financial decision and not so much emotional. So that to answer your question, there are no words to describe how satisfying it is to help someone achieve their goals. You build bonds with these people, you build relationships with them, and they last a long time. I can still call up a couple of my clients in Massachusetts, and we just pick up the phone like we're good friends, and it's extremely gratifying.
One of the real estate professionals that we've spoken to in the past, she told us that she doesn't even see them as clients anymore. They are just friends because you spend so much time with them within the process, right? I'm assuming it's the same for you?
Absolutely. Like some of these people still call me. They invite me over for dinner. We will meet up, and if they need home project help, I meet them up there. They absolutely become a part of your family. You think about them often because you play such an important role in their lives, whether it be 6 months or a year or more. They can never forget who helped them during their transaction, and it's your job to assuage all of their concerns, answer all their questions, basically hold their hand. During a transaction, you are more than a realtor. You're sometimes their advisor, their big sister, their mom. I've sat with people's babies and babysat on the floor with them and played with their iPhone to make sure that they could take care of the financial part of the home. So you play a huge role in helping someone find a home, and they become a part of your lives and you become a part of theirs.
I was going to say, it sounds like you're just put right into the family.
Yeah. One client most recently, he said, Sheay, you're my sister. You know that there aren't just two people buying this transaction, it's the three of us. And he met me, his wife, and him, obviously. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I know that everyone's different. You're not always going to get the most cooperative people, but when you get these types of clients that make such an impact on you, it must not even feel like work anymore.
It doesn't. I mean, it absolutely doesn't. I was in corporate America for a very long time, and I can just remember the amount of stress that I felt and just the amount of how I was so unhappy with what I was doing because my job wasn't fulfilling. What I'm doing now is really fulfilling to me, and it makes my job a lot less stressful because I know that I'm helping people in the long run.